Hey everyone, and welcome back to day 27 of 100 Day Code of the Programming Zone. Subscribe and turn on bell notifications. Today, we're diving into the amazing world of Python and building our very first GUI application using a super cool library called Tkinter. No coding experience needed, just your curious minds and a sprinkle of fun. Imagine creating your own window with buttons, text boxes, and maybe even a little dancing cat. That's the power of Tkinter, and we're about to unlock it together. Importing Tkinter, let's get started by, as usual, importing the relevant library. Tkinter, like the turtle module, is already pre-installed with every installation of python.as long as you've got Python running. Then you should be able to simply import Tkinter. The code is from Tkinter import as the module, and then you'll be able to use all of the classes and properties and methods inside. So for example, we could start off by creating a new window, and this is sort of equivalent to the screens that we've been working with in Turtle. So in order to do this, we have to dig into the Tkinter module window equals tk. And then once we initialize a new object from that class, then we have ourselves a window. But if I run this as it is, you'll see absolutely nothing happen and it will just go straight away to exit code 0. And the reason for this is because we need a way of keeping the window on the screen. What Tkinter has done here is it's gone ahead, created the window, sees that there's no more instructions, and then it basically ended the program. Now, what we want instead is to sort of have a while loop that basically just keeps on running, so something like a while true. And inside this while loop, it holds onto this window and keeps on listening to see if there's anything else that the user is going to do to interact with that window so that it can respond when that happens. So this loop is included inside Tkinter, and all you have to do is get your window to simply call the main loop. Window.mainLoop, this main loop is the thing that will keep the window on screen like this. Now this line of code always has to be at the very end of your program, and all the rest of the things that you're going to write go in between creating the window and getting the window to run. The next thing we can do is we can change the title of that program. And we've done this before using Turtle. We just call the title method and we give a string as the input. Welcome to my awesome app. Window.title. So welcome to my awesome app. And now if I rerun my code, then you can see that this is what's showing up at the very top bar of my program. Now, other things that we might want to change with the window is the sizing of it. So there is a default size, and there's also a way of changing the size. And we can do that by tapping into a method called a minimum size. The window is going to scale to include all of the components that you put inside. If you put 100 buttons inside, it's going to make the window massive. Let's control the window's size. Use the geometry method. Window.geometry. This tells your window to be 400 pixels wide and 300 pixels tall. You can play around with different sizes here. So when we run our code, now you can see this is a 400 pixel by 300 pixel window that we've just created with our own custom title. The next step is to splash of color. You can easily customize the background of your device by using the BG option. This feature allows you to select your own images or choose from a variety of preloaded backgrounds. Whether you prefer a minimalist look or a vibrant and colorful display, the BG option is the perfect way to personalize your device and make it truly your own. So why settle for a boring default background when you can express your unique style with just a few simple clicks? Give the BG option a try today and see how easy it is to transform your device into a reflection of your personal taste and preferences. Window.config. This code gives your window a sunny orange background. You can choose any color you like. Alright, party people. We've built our window in Tkinter, and now it's time to fill it with some content. Let's bring in the labels. In addition to creating windows, we can, of course, create some components to put inside the window. So I want to show you firstly how you would create a label. Just as our window was created from the Tkinter module and it's the TK class that was used, there's also a class inside Tkinter called a label. So that we initialize a label class, and we can save that to a variable called myLabel or anything else for that matter. Import the label widget. From Tkinter, import label. My label equals label. Now you're creating a specific label and giving it a name, like making a name tag for it. You're calling this label my label and telling it to display the message "Welcome to my awesome app" on the window you created earlier. Positioning the label using pack. One of the ways to position a label in a GUI application is by using the pack method. This method automatically sizes the label to fit its contents and places it in the center of the parent container. To use pack, first create a label widget and specify its text and any other relevant options such as font size and color. Then, call the pack method on the label widget. This will cause the label to be sized and positioned automatically. MyLabel.pack. You are using the pack method to tell the label where to sit on the window. Here, you're saying, "Hey, my label, go ahead and park yourself at the top of the window," the next to give a grid to it, when designing a graphical user interface with Tkinter. The grid method is a powerful tool that allows you to easily organize the layout of your widgets. It works by creating a grid-like structure, similar to a chessboard, where you can position your widgets in rows and columns. To use the grid method, simply call it on your widget and specify the desired row and column position using the row and column parameters. For example, if you want to place a label at row 1 and column 2, you would call label.grid. MyLabel.grid. And in the next lesson, we're going to talk about some more advanced features of Python arguments. And we're going to look at how we can provide default argument values, how we can define unlimited positional arguments and unlimited keyword arguments. Remember, we only scratched the surface of Tkinter's potential. You can add buttons, entry fields, images, and even connect your app to real-world data. The possibilities are endless. To understand this better, head over to the next video and we'll do a deep dive on Python arguments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Python adventures, and see you in the next video.